Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of NoSkillCraft. Here back in the temporary bases area, like where we started at for the beginning of this episode, because I figure we're almost 50 episodes in. I'm going to start a rather large project in the next episode, which is number 50. And I figured I'd take this episode and revisit some of the old builds and discuss what this rather large project I'm going to start building in the next episode is. Oh god, I'm stuck in the ground. Oh look, I had to break part of the temporary base. Oh god. Let's put you back in there. How did I get seeds? I didn't break any pumpkins. Okay. Just seems to be some random seeds strewn about apparently. Weird. But yes, we'll take a look at some of the old builds. Oh look, it's getting dark. I don't have a bed over here. I'll have to use this bed. It's not night yet. Oh, I put that map there. I was like, who put that map there? And it was me. But yes, we're gonna tour around, take a look at the old builds. Like this old cow machine that was broken by somebody else and repaired and never really worked good again after that, which is fine because look at the gross ass redstone back here. Some nasty ass bullshit that I built. I don't even like some of my old redstone builds, even just from like a few months ago, are just brutal. Just brutal. So yes, this familiar site, the old base area. If we run up these little magical stairs here, we can go into where I lived for the beginning of this season. Right in here. The only thing that's left is this fish farm that still works. It's hooked up to all these chests. Is there even anything in here? There might be stuff in here. No, I emptied it out before I left. This used to be a storage room. And of course, if we look out over this direction, we can see the floating eye. We need to get a little bit closer to load the rest of it, and we can see Redshirt and Wino's eye base, which is pretty sweet. This area is going to get remodeled and redone soon, which is another reason I wanted to do a revisit episode before all this stuff is gone. Well, that's going to be here. The eye is still going to be here, but a lot of this stuff is going to get reshaped and replaced. So yes, and of course the place where there's still horses over here. Did not everybody go and claim their horses back? Oh, everybody left their horses here but me. Everybody but me. And I think if we go right over this direction just a little bit, we'll see the flower farm. Maybe I do need to fly. I did need to bring more rockets. I'll have to go get more rockets. Oh, we're going to the park next anyway, so that's fine. There's rockets there. And of course we got this cool ass flower farm over here. You just run back and forth, trigger the pressure plates on. So yeah, this was we built that not at the start. We built that later on, but it's right here, so I didn't want to come back here later on. Oh crap, I fell. And of course we look right over there. That's that weird little altar that I built to give away some free diamonds if someone found them, which they obviously did because it was super close, and I think I told them or something. Plus it was in an episode. So alright, I think that's pretty much it for this area. We don't want to actually go tour Redshirt's base. My base was tiny, so I think we'll move on to... Oh, I know what I'll show before we go to the park. So I got stuff to make on the way. But I'll be back in 1 sec. Here we are at the next little place we want to revisit. A place I haven't really been since we killed the Ender Dragon and got ourselves a proper XP farm. But, this is even turned on. It's, boop. Let's reload all the chunks, so it's all lighted up in there because we don't need any skeletons coming through. But this fancy ass skeleton grinder that I built with which obviously you can turn off with all the fancy redstone lamps in there, had an automatic and an automatic kill mode. There was an auto smelter in the back. There's a shitload of stuff in here. Is there anything really good in here that maybe I want to take? Because no one ever comes out here anymore. Anything that's in here is free. No, not there. A lot of bows and crap. There's a lot of bows. Ooh. I'm stealing this. I think this is probably Corey's, but he hasn't been on in a long time. In fact, everybody should go on Twitter and tweet at him that he's being real slack about playing on here. I'm going to throw his Twitter up on the bottom. It's at Corey86. And while you're at it, you can probably just go ahead and follow me at NinjaWingnut. But yes, and yeah, this farm, this AFK fish farm was hooked up to the same storage system over here. So, and then I don't know what's down here. I don't remember. It's like the redstone-y bits for moving that block. There's the auto smelter there. The furnace is way down there. How did it output out? Why is there fish inside of it? Where does it? It falls out. It must. Oh, item elevator's over here and goes in. What? But that looks like it. I don't know what's going on. Alright, well, I'm just going to pretend that I remember how all that redstone works. And I think down here is just the killing floor. Yeah, this is just the killing floor. It goes into... Yeah, this is the item elevator that goes up. So, I don't know. I don't remember. I'd have to look at it all and figure out how all the hoppers ran and stuff. But, yes, the old skeleton grinder that we no longer need because we have an Enderman farm. So, sweet. Actually, I think we'll go look at the Enderman farm next. And no, we'll do the Enderman farm just before we go to my base, so that way I can get teleported back there. Excellent. We'll go do the park next, because it's pretty close to the Nether. And of course, next up here we got our industrial park that we've been building for quite a while. Not just my builds. This is there's two storages. I don't know what we call them. This is like where all the stuff from the farms go automatically that I built. And then this one over here is where all like the stuff that we craft gets put in that Redshirt built. So like all the chicken and fireworks and slime blocks and iron blocks and whatnot. And his chicken thing, oh, I don't know if I've ever showed this either. This is pretty good. I'm pretty sure he showed this in his episode already. I'm going to try to avoid any spoilers of anything they haven't shown. But we got the pigman up here who's a generic authority figure. And can I, come on, do the little, come on. I can't jump over. But anyway, these guys are Larry, Moe, and Curly, and they get chased around by this pigman, and it's pretty hilarious. They don't do it as often as we would like. I think that he's got plans to like cut this down in size and have more displays, so that way they get chased around a little bit more. But it's pretty good. I enjoy it. I enjoy little jokey things like that. What else we got in here? So obviously there's another storage room over here where all the farm output goes, so like slime blocks and iron and whatnot that I keep cleaned out, turned into blocks. Got the squid farm down there in that hole. Right there is the iron farm that I built. Oh god. Which is a small version of an iron farm. Because it only has one cell of villagers and whatnot. It's just a nice compact design. It was new. I wanted to try it out, so I built it there. Especially since output didn't matter so much. Because if I run around over here, obviously there's this cool ass office tower that Redshirt's been working on that is not quite finished yet. There's the war room down below that I'll show, but obviously that's where we start a lot of community episodes. But right over there is a much bigger iron farm that Redshirt has built. And of course his pumpkin, sugarcane, and melon farms. If I go and jump in over here, this is where our magical war room is, with some inside joke, not really inside joke, paintings that show our love for another series of Minecraft players. And what else we got in here? Oh, villager trading stuff. Of course, got our big ass villager trading hall where we have basically every enchantment. I think there's only like one or two that we're actually missing for the highest level. Like we've got efficiency 5 and whatnot. Got of course our villager breeder over here with the ability to have it shut off when we have enough villagers stored up, which it currently is, because this piston would be up if it was on. And yeah, I think that's it for the industrial park. Like we've been working. Oh, there's a big mob farm up here in the sky, and an AFK tower. It looks kind of like the control tower at an airport, way up in the sky. Oh, and there's a big ass helicopter landing pad on the top of this that we land on. So yes, this is our industrial park. It makes a lot of stuff for us, so we don't have to. But I think it's time to move on to the next area. I think using the camera account's a little better way to show off this next area, which is the PvP arena that I built that we've only really used once. And I need to go back and obviously change up the lighting. So we knocked a lot of torches off, and I'm going to put probably sea lanterns in place of them, so we don't have torches getting knocked off everywhere like we had before. But yes, obviously there's a cool little tunnel system around the side. I do want to expand it out a little bit, add in some beacons and whatnot. But it's a fun little area. It's fun to build. It was fun to PvP in. And it was actually the last time Corey played a lot. So again, let's tweet at him at Corey86. Go tell him to get back on here. Get his ass on here and play some more. Tweet at him. Make it happen. But yes, our PvP arena. It was fun. It needs more redstone too. There's no redstone-y bits. Maybe I'll add some redstone stuff in here eventually too. But alright, on to the next area. Do you want to know how to tell you're inside of a whorehouse? Ooh. Oh, it goes crazy. Look at that. That was fun. But yes, we're here in the saloon. I haven't been able to show off this Old West town because every time they release an episode showing what Wino's already built, immediately after she or between when she records it and when they release it, they built more. But right now they've been on vacation for the week and haven't actually been on the server, so I have a chance to show off some of the stuff that they've been building over here, which is going to be like our central gaming hub. So just to give you an idea, oh, there's Enderman freaking out. That's the barn with the racetrack at it, and we're going to fly over there in a minute to take a look at something. You got Darkwing Duck up there. There's a sign in behind him that says, "I am the terror that flaps in the night," that I added one day just before they recorded, and it was hilarious. But yes, Wino's been this is like basically all Wino's build, and it's great. She's built us a little church. I did put some signs out in front of it that says, "You better get down on your knees and start pleasing Jesus," but apparently a creeper blew up and took them out. Well, that's what they told me anyway. I think they just didn't like my reference to a South Park joke. We'll see. The saloon, which I'm pretty sure we did show when we were building the barn, but it's pretty badass. I enjoy it. We'll go over here next because there was an episode where I recorded a secret door. I built like a door for Wino, and it was inside of this bank. So if we go in here and we sneak in the back and we go down here, this is that vault door that I built. I didn't bring my key with me, and I don't feel like going and snatching one from the chest, but yes, this is her bank. I enjoy the bank. Not just because I built the door underneath it, but here's a town hall, which I've decided she's going to be mayor of this town because she's built it all. And then we've got the sheriff's office. She probably doesn't want to be the sheriff though, because as we all know, the sheriff gets shot but the deputy does not. So you probably want to make sure you're the deputy of the town, not a sheriff. And then of course there is our barn, well, mostly Red Shirt's barn. He designed this whole thing. It's pretty good. And then our racetrack. And if I fly in this direction, we should almost immediately see the beacons for it, unless I turn them off. Oh, there they are. And this is where the mob fighting arena is. We're actually going to have to actually come fight mobs here at some point. I haven't actually done an episode doing that yet. But that's it for our gaming area for now. We've got more plans, things coming up, so stay tuned for that. But that's gonna be it. Let me jump to the next area, which I think is probably the Enderman farm. I think that's all that's left before my base. Yeah, we'll do that. And we are just coming up on the bridge. Now this bridge is Red Shirt's design that gets out to the Enderman farm because it's pretty cool. It's like you're walking on nothing, especially with this optifying and the clear glass textures and whatnot. It's It's interesting. It's cool. And we got the water. He's got the water coming off, so Enderman can't teleport there. And of course, way up there is a little Endermite sitting inside of a mine cart. And all the Endermen come down here and get slaughtered. Probably eventually want to do something around here. Maybe put an enchanting table and whatnot in. Maybe a disposal, because currently I just dispose of things by throwing them through that hole and out into the void. But as you can see, lots and lots of Endermen come here, and I've killed quite a lot of them. Like 54,500 Endermen is how many I've killed, repairing my tools and enchanting things and whatnot. Like, I've come out to this farm quite a bit, quite a lot. I do a lot of stuff off camera as far as like collecting resources and shit. Maybe I'll show like my sand desert that I've been harvesting just sand from, just to give you an idea of that. But I think just before we get into my base proper, we'll start looking at some of the extra parts that are just a little bit outside that maybe have their own portals too. So let's jump to one of those. Next up, we got this little charge creeper farm I built that I haven't been out to in forever. It looks like either some of these didn't get filled or maybe have despawned, because I've only ever gotten one out of it, and there appears to be more than one empty cell. Like, there's 2 in that row, 1 in the corner. Is that what I'm seeing? Total of 3 empty cells? Maybe someone else has been out here using it. That'd be interesting. I'd rather them have been out here using it than having any of them despawn. It's interesting, but yeah, I haven't been out here. It's a pain in the ass to just AFK out here and get nothing for it, so I don't really come out here. I got a zombie head out of it. That was cool, but yeah, whatever. Next. So of course my witch farm is down there, but I have to still go back and rebuild it using my design, because it's currently still that old design. Doesn't have a shulker packer attached to it or anything. So we won't bother going there until I've actually taken the time to fix that up. But if we come down here, we've got a portal that basically goes to nowhere. A door that goes to just the outside of the nether, where I toss away. So look at all the skeletons in there. Look at them all. Just waiting to turn into wither skulls. Or not, since it's getting really low drop rates. Because they suck. Oh, I was like, what is that? It's a bunch of stone swords I threw last time I was here. And of course, if we pop our way up here, this is the wither skeleton farm that I built using Tango Text design. Works pretty good. And if I go, can I get by without picking them up? Yup. And then of course there's the blaze farm over there, which is using Mumbo Jumbo's design, and then just this whole big area that I have left to do anything with, that I slabbed up to make that place work better. Obviously I didn't do a very good job of it. They don't go very far. It wasn't a very good perimeter at all, but I still have work to do here, so that's why I didn't bother going too super crazy. Oh no, I picked one up. Just one though, that's okay. So let me ride this way. Is there anywhere else? Ooh, the Guardian Farm. Let me go get to the Guardian Farm. Of course, we've got this fancy Guardian Farm, which even with me standing like right here and having done 0 caving at all, other than like what's directly under the ocean monument, like it's like literally right under it. This is all I've done. I haven't caved at all. It's got crazy rates, like insane rates. It's pretty good. So yeah, I haven't had to come out here in a while either. We got a massive supply. I came out here for a couple of weeks solid, and we got a good supply of sea lanterns and whatnot built up. So I think next up is just going and looking around my base a little bit. So oh, actually, we can just fly from here. And yeah, we can see the biome domes from above at night without night vision on. This is my favorite view of them of all, is when you fly around Maybe even do some little underwater flying. The problem is usually when I'm out here I've got night vision on because I'm working underwater. So even at night it doesn't look all cool like this. But this is by far my favorite view of these biome domes. They're just sweet looking. And we come this way, and of course the harbor. Still got to do a whole bunch of stuff with this wall at some point. I don't know what. We'll figure it out. Up a little higher. We've got this cool ass little tower that's just becoming overgrown with vines. This mob place needs to get torn down at some point. It's turned off. Actually, both mob farms are turned off. Got the old lab that I need to repurpose for something else. The Valley of Doom sign. Got a little place in here with all the pets, cats and parrots and dogs and whatnot, which Red Shirt has named the doggy daycare. And I think that's like the little magical kitchen I built. There's a library in there and a little dungeon down there. Episode's running long, so I'm just gonna breeze past some of this stuff. This is like the little guardhouse here. You get all these swords all pointed in random directions and stuff. That was Wino's doing during the tour that I gave them of my base. I don't feel like fixing them all. I never placed them in a certain way anyway, just whatever the default was. Got the cocoa bean farm in here to get all the brown dye. Oh, get caught on the door. In here is the old bedroom. Probably don't see much of since I don't usually show that in my episodes. Maybe if I need to sleep, which I probably should have done because right now my spawn point is set at the saloon. Got my map room in here, which I still need to finish that map of, and probably this needs some updating. This is probably good. I don't know, it might need updating too. Got sugarcane farm in here, which is currently turned on again, but it has recently fired because most of the cells are empty. Of course, flower farm in here, mushroom farm in here. Sometimes it grows mushrooms in weird spots. I just smash them, throw them on the ground, let the cart deal with it because I don't want to. Let's see, we'll not go down there. This is the old shulker unloading system to get down into the packer. Got another wart farm in here. And a little micro farm in here. And if we run down these little magical steps. No, one more floor. Nothing on this one. Down here, we got that little cactus farm that I built. Not the major, just a little one. And if we quickly time-lapse ourselves down to the bottom. I guess I should point out this door just goes like out here into this cavern. Nowhere special. And then if I go down here and over inside of here, this is the packing system where all the goods get packed in the shulkers. And then over here is the new storage system that I built in the last episode. I added a floor since then, the little patterned floor. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do up here, so I just blocked it off. And I added a hole with some lava in it so I can just dispose of shit pretty easily. And yeah, that's basically my base as is now. There's the wall that was recently built. I won't go out there. And there's like the guard towers in the front that I still have to build the second like tower part of, so I'm not going to show that either. So I think all that's really left is to go out to the spot and tell you about what I'm going to be building over the next few episodes. So we are standing atop a large hollowed out, almost completely hollowed out diamond that stretches 50 blocks in every direction from the beacon, basically beacon range. And I'm going to dig it all the way down to bedrock. Well, one block above bedrock, obviously. This is a place that I'm going to call the Mob Works. That's Mob Works with an E and an X, because of course it would be. And basically the first few layers of what I build in here will be kind of a mob museum of sorts. I'm going to capture some mobs like the Vindicator that we got out at the mansion we went to in the last community night. You know, some creepers and whatnot, and they're going to be in different displays, different random displays. But below that, I'm going to have some like mob spawning rooms over on the side, and various ways that mobs are going to just get killed. They might have to fight some golems, they might fall into some lava, they may find themselves on a bridge that disappears out from below them and drops them into lava. You know, there'll be various ways that mobs will die in hilarious ways. Obviously there'll be no item collection at all. This is just a fun to watch happen type deal. We're far enough away from my base that it shouldn't impact it ever, and it's just going to be a hilarious thing to build. So yes, plus I'm going to have enough resources after digging this whole place out. I thought about using dynamite, TNT, but all the resources, I'll never have to mine again. I have so much stone right now, and there's still more to come. Like, I'll never have to dig again. Well, I'll have to dig, but not for resources. So yes, this is what I'll be working on for the next probably couple of episodes. I'm going to have all this dug out before then. I'm recording this episode a little ahead of time, and again, there'll be no episode Wednesday of this week. I'm on vacation, but I should have enough time to get this all dug out and ready to start working on the actual project for Friday's episode. So yes, this is what's coming up. But I know this episode is a little bit long, so I think I'm going to end her here. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe to it. Ooh, there's a slime chunk there. Yes, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And yes, other than that, I am out of here.